Goalies was safe fucking a long time ago, and you knew it too, man. After you see it.
Hi. Scratch Joe Bland, he's not here. Randy Russ.
Walks in the park and bats first. Don Mark, just like the old days. Walks in the park and he does.
You got it.
Something's never changed.
Well, just as I would start my old radio broadcast, happy Tuesday, the unofficial kickoff to the 2022 No Glove Nationals softball tournament here in Forest Park, right here on Field 1. I'm Adam Cumby, coming at you live from O'Connor Field, getting ready to get the Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame induction game underway. We should be getting ready to do the anthem and then play here very shortly. This game's going to be a unique format, not what you're used to seeing during our weekly games. They're going to be batting through the entire lineup, each inning at a time, probably play about 2 or 3 innings, and clear the field before we get our play-in games underway tonight. Of course, the play-in games between Dirty 38s, Good Program, Snappers, and Splash will be drawing the fields. It's a blind draw, random draw after this game. And we should have it on camera down at midfield. So they'll be out at midfield figuring things out for that. So we'll have our matchups, our play-in matchups for you here shortly. This Hall of Fame game should be getting underway shortly. I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping, but we'll keep the field mic on, and I will be right back.
Does that thing drop any farther?
Yeah, you can just pull the wire. It should just be easier. And then you should have plenty of, you can see right here, plenty of sun. I'm not on air. I'm not a part of that. I'm doing.
After Willie Wilson going out the first pitch.
So as you might see right now just in front of us, Dr. Willie Wilson, the name you might be familiar with, throwing out the first pitch of the Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame game. Dr. Wilson, a big supporter of the Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame at the golf outing earlier this year. Did a couple games after that. Saw his picture everywhere. Very cool to see him out here throwing a fastball. Getting razzled from the fans already before we even get underway. And he throws a perfect strike to get this one underway. Joined up here now by Joel Zavala, my unofficial assistant this weekend. He's been a big help on the broadcast, and we're going to tag team all 30 games this week. If you've seen the posts on social media, whether it's through the Park District of Forest Park or the No Glove Nationals team, it's going to be a crazy week, but we're glad you're here with us at the unofficial kickoff for the Chicago 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame game. They just had their induction ceremony just before this over at the far end of your screen, past all the cars you see in the back. But right now, before we get this game underway, we're going to do a national anthem here
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job. Great job. Good high school. Technically, we don't need only two.
Oh, I guess that's true. We don't know who it's. So I guess we won't even do it because we don't know who's going to be playing here. Yeah. So I'll take all three. We'll just do it. What's up? Yeah. I have one line.
Hand them out.
So as we get ready to get this game underway, Chick Lillis stepping up to the plate. This game, as I had mentioned at the top of the broadcast, first one grounded over to third, fielded, bobbled, and Lillis is going to be on first. So we're going to have the unconventional, unorthodox Green Legends calling their names up to me. Maria Show stepping up, so apologize if it seems a little disjointed. There's a ball. Blue Legends, the North Legends, so I'm going to guess that green is south as that one fouled off, but what a swing from Maria. This game, of course, co-ed, a mix between all sorts of softball legends. Really cool as this one, a fly ball to left field, ranging over and caught. So there's the first out. Cheryl Michaelitis stepping in. Hits a hard grounder over to third, fielded cleanly, turned over to second, fielded on a bounce. Lefty short center fielder fields it cleanly for the force out. So Chick Lillis is going to be forced out at second. Don't need a name for this one. It's a Forest Park softball regular. Gives this one over to the right side, just inside the line. He's going to stop at first, is Larry. There goes Cheryl, sorry, over to third, taking the extra base with the heads-up play. Ice Mike Coleman stepping into bat. Got a little smirk on his face as he was calling up the name. So fly ball into center field. Center fielder does not have to move far. Cheryl's going to come across the score. Mike's going to have the fly out to center. And this is where it gets unique. So what we're going to do in this game is bat completely through the lineup each time, each inning. We'll play Mike McCune stepping in. We'll play 3 or 4 innings, depending on how quickly we can get it going. As this one skied over to the left side, lands just fair by inches. That's a little bloop single for Mike. Tim Walker stepping in. Got to thank our umpire, Paul, doing yeoman's work, helping me get the name for the Green Legends. Walker hits this one foul and out of play to the left side. Always enjoying the jocular nature of these games where, really no format to it, just making sure everyone gets some at-bats a couple times through the lineup, having some fun. Really cool to see everyone out here. The ceremony and plaque reveal just before this over at the 16-inch Softball Hall of Fame. Really cool to rub elbows with the who's who of 16-inch softball as Tim hits this one to the right side. Larry coming around third with some speed and a smile. So that makes it 2-0. Mike McGuire stepping in. No relation to Mark McGuire, I think. Never know, though. We'll see if he gives this one a ride. He does give this one a ride and gaps it just into the outfield, and we're going to have the bases loaded. Sylvester steps into the plate. Base is loaded. Let's see what he can do with this one. A deep fly ball to left center. Center fielder ranging back, makes the catch, gets it in. So that's going to bring Mike in to score. Tim over to third. McGuire is going to stay at first on the fly out from Sylvester. Mickey Balestri stepping in. There's one that we know if you're a friend of the broadcast of our Monday, Wednesday men's Major League Softball here at Forest Park. Mick hits this one to the right side. Look out, Mike. And that's going to bring in Walker. So Walker to score, McGuire to second. Just narrowly got out of the way of that one, and Mickey Balestri's on first. Rich Hennessy stepping in. Takes a strike. Chirping Paul about the strike zone. They asked him before the game, you going to throw anyone out? He said, you going to give me a reason? Over to first base. Bobbled, can't pick it up, can't find it through his legs, flips it over to first, almost a close play. So McGuire over to third, Mickey over to second, Hennessy on first. Al Julia stepping in. This one grounded over to short, flipped over to second for the out, and that's going to be one out and a run coming in. So Green is going to have 5. Bill Rita stepping in. This is Balestri over on third saying, no walks. Remember, you got to swing at it. I know we got some people on the cast right now excited about that as that one drops right in front of the center fielder. We got 4 outfielders right now. That's going to bring Mickey in to score. Julius over to second. Bill over on first. Edward Douglas stepping in. Talk about softball royalty. I got Ron Kubicki joining me up in the booth right now, here to check out the softball game. Let's get him up on a microphone so he can say hello. You might know Ron. You see him every once in a while popping in the Twitch chat as that one dropped just off camera on the right side. So we're joined up here. Just hold it right. Talking to that.
Talking to this.
Yep. So we're joined up here by Ron Kubicki. As that one hit off the shortstop, it's going to be flipped over to second. The lefty flip over to first, and he's not going to get him. So we're up here with Ron. How are we doing today, Ron?
Great. What a great turnout for the Hall of Fame. Quiet down there. Paul Ferking, the umpire.
Yeah, I've been enjoying the chirping with Paul. Right before the game, they asked him.
Paul and I go back many, many, many years. I tell people the story. In the Nationals, Paulie's umpire at home plate were playing lettuce, and there was a call at home, and he was definitely safe. And we argued, and Paulie, no, he was out. He's the only umpire in my career, 51 years. Called me up after the game and says, Ryan, you were right. I was wrong. Never had an umpire do that. Paul's a great guy.
As a pitcher in baseball, I've always wanted an umpire to call me and say, you know what, Adam, you were right. I don't think I've ever gotten it, but.
Paulie did that. He's just a good guy all the way around. He really was a great umpire, too.
Yeah, it was funny. Just before the game, one of the Green legends said, "Are you going to toss anyone out today?" He said, "Hey, anyone going to give me a reason?" So obviously, with the fun nature of this game, as we talked about the unconventional rules as we go through the entire lineup, always fun to see. You know, the dog in the guys never dies. When you're out here, you always love to hear that. Even in a casual game like this, the trash talk never stops. It's been a lot of fun.
But you know what's so great about this, especially this game here, is on the field we always want to win, and the other team wants to win too. But these guys, it's a family. 16 in softball, I've said it for years, we're all family. And this brings the family always together. And the crowds today were great. And it just, you talk about the old stories, the old games. Maybe we're not doing the same things we used to do when we were young, but it's still fun to be out here.
Well, and that's the great thing about memories, right? You may not be able to do what you were when you were young, but the stories never die.
They never die. And what a beautiful setting. Great fields. Forest Park, I've said for many years, is the greatest softball complex anywhere in the country. The staff here is phenomenal. Jackie does a great job. Larry Pikars when he was here. Fantastic, fantastic park. If you ever get a chance, you have never been out here, you got to come out to Forest Park, especially this weekend. It's the best.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about the tournament on our Monday, Wednesday men's major games, and it's really exciting to finally be here. But you talk about, a lot of the teams we've seen. We've got some favorites that are local teams. We've seen them here weekly, and it's going to be some great competition. And I think the best part is we're going to have some reasonable weather this weekend. Yeah,
it's going to be beautiful. I'm back with the 45, so I'm always going to pull for them. But there's a lot of good teams out there this year. It's going to be close. Tonight's game, the Dirty 38's out of the Forest Park League, the A-League. They're really a great team. I'm kind of thinking if they stick together, they're going to be a really, really good major team eventually.
Yeah, I know they've been doing really well in our A-League, just below our men's major league. So it's going to be exciting to see some of these young, hungry teams trying to make some noise against some of these established vets.
Yep. And it's always nice to see some change. Again, being with the 45s, you always want to win, but it's nice to see some of these young teams. Last year, Circus came back and beat us. Randy Russell's coming up. No, wait, we don't know who you are, bud. Randy, can I have your autograph? Randy played for me for many years. Great guy.
Yeah, I think that's the best part about an event like this is, being the unofficial kickoff of No Gloves, but also, everybody knows everybody. So it's really cool to hear the stories and to kind of see the reminiscing like you were talking about. As that one fielded cleanly over at third, fired across, but pulling the first baseman off. So Russ is going to be on first.
That was the third baseman is Mike McHugh. He's one of the new inductees this year. He's from Iowa. Mike was a great ball player. Art McManus.
I've got this team, so we should be okay with blue. Sorry.
Really happy to see that. I worked very hard when I was president to get more outsiders, not just in Illinois, but, Iowa plays some great softball. Mike and also Timmy Walker. Those guys would have been national champs 3 or 4 times. They just had a tough time beating the 45s. They couldn't beat the 45s, and that was it. But otherwise, they took second. So they're some great players throughout the country. And I was down in Yuma, some fantastic teams. They just don't come to the majors. They could give these teams a really good run for their money.
Yeah, we've got 3 teams from Iowa in the tournament this weekend, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do, make a little bit of noise. I know that some of the coverage I've seen in these Iowa tournaments, it's been the teams in our tournament. So obviously, they're coming ready to play, and they're in an Illinois tournament here in Forest Park. They're looking to put their stamp on it.
Well, I talk to a team like Chuck's. Chuck's played in all the tournaments. They've been here 3 times this year, playing a lot of no gloves. So they're learning to play it. Hitting wise, they've always been good at hitting the ball. It's feeling the ball with no gloves, but they're getting much better. And
Kenny Lawrence at home right now, stepping in to bat. As I mentioned, if you're just joining us, we are not playing each inning, the three innings. Sorry, 3 outs. As that one fouled just in front, or hit just in front of the plate, Lawrence not running that one out, thrown over to first for the out. Sorry, a little scattered there. But we are playing the 3 outs in these innings. They're going to bat through the entire lineup. Each inning, we're going to get about 2 or 3 innings. We're shooting for 3. As Mark Maloff stepping in to bat right now, clearing out the dirt around home plate, gets a little dirt on the hands for some grip. So that's what we're going to be doing as the North Legends batting right now. So we'll be going through their entire lineup. If you say, hey, wait a minute, that's 4 outs, 5 outs, 6 outs, that's what we're going for right now. We'll go through the lineups a couple of times before our play-in games.
It's good seeing Mark out here. He's going to be a new inductee this year. I remember Mark many years. We played against him when he was with Coopers and Bud North. And great outfielder, great defensive player. Nicky Marchese up next.
Marchese with the backwards hat hits this one high to the left side. Shortstop under it, ranges in, makes the catch for the out.
As Richie Barron at shortstop's got great hands. Another new inductee this year.
Jim Dworsky stepping in, playing infield. It's a pop up to the right side. Second base ranging back. That one's going to dump it over the second baseman's head.
I want to congratulate you guys. I think your broadcast has been really good. As you know, I watch it quite a bit. Now living in Arizona, so when I get a chance, I get to watch it on TV. So it's I think you guys are doing a great job.
I appreciate that. It's always fun to see your name pop up on Switch. I know that our viewers enjoy having some softball royalty in with them. So
it's royalty part, but been around a few years.
My word's not yours. We'll go with that. But
Great.
It's been great to have you join us, and we hope to see you around here this weekend.
Yep, I'll be here with 45s. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
So Chicken with the single over to first. Here comes Fritz. The pitcher hits this one over to the left side and foul. Fritz hits this one over to the left side, just in front of left field. And we're going to have the bases loaded for Mary Kay Monahan. Schaefer Monahan stepping in. Got a little correction there. She says, just say Schaefer, so we're in. The lefty with the bases loaded. Mickey Balestri on the mound. Takes a ball deep. "3-0 count. Mickey says there are no walks. As there's a strike to Monahan. This one grounded over to the right side. Second baseman down to a knee, flips it over underhand, picked up by the first baseman. Good play there by the second baseman, losing his balance. Jimmy Donato getting ready to step in. Donato grounds it over to the right side. Redemption for the second baseman, stays balanced and fires it over to first for the out on the ground out from Donato. Joni McElligott coming up to bat. She is an inductee this year, as you hear the standing ovation from the crowd. And I'm not kidding when I say standing ovation. Just to my right, everybody in the stands hooting and hollering for the new inductee. Takes a ball off the plate. Fouls that one off just to the left side, just fouled by a couple inches. Here comes the meatball, says Mickey, as she hits that one back up the middle. Duck, Mickey, duck. And that's an RBI single for the new inductee, Joni McElligott. Joni gave that one a ride back up the middle. Mickey saying, I'm going right at him. It's Mike Stout up to bat right now with a runner on first. Hits that one over to first, but fielded cleanly for the out. Stout avoiding a collision. Says I should have put you in a headlock. Renette McCurry stepping in. As Ron Kubicki was talking about when he was up here, probably the best part about this game is McCurry hits it over to third, fired over to first for the out. Joni takes the base over to third. The best part about a game like this is the camaraderie, all the history on this diamond right now. And I say on the diamond, as most of these players are out on the field outside of the dugout. So it's just really cool to think about all of the history, all of the stories, all of the prestige on this field right now here at the Park District of Forest Park, as Robinson grounds that one over to third, fielded cleanly. Lally popped over to first for the out, and we have made it through an entire North Legends blue lineup. So they're figuring out right now what they're going to do. As we got some players right now, new inductee wanting to wave to the camera. It's like those classic videos you see. As they're going to get a picture right now, right in front. I'm not sure if the game is over. As we're going to call this one after that first inning because they would not have been able to get through the rest of the innings. As I'm getting umpire names right now, so we're going to make sure we give our flowers to everybody as they're here. We named all of the players in this game. We're going to end it just a little bit early as we have to get the field ready for our next game. But we're going to give a shout out to all of our umpires right now. So working at home, we had Paul. Don Christ was working at second base. Thornton Lee working at first, and Tony Ward over at third. So I want to make sure to give them the shout out that they deserve. Obviously, this game all about our Hall of Fame legends. Great to see them out here. So here's what's going to happen with us. We're going to end this stream right here. We're going to take a little break, and our play-in game should start around 7:30. We're going to be live about 7:15, and I'm going to try to take a video of our team draw just before that, so that way we can see who's playing here because our 4 play-in teams, those 4 teams being Dirty 38s, Good Program, Snappers, and Splash, don't know which field they're playing at yet. We do a blind draw as we're all here in person. As you see, all of the Hall of Famers in front of us congregating in front of the field. But while I've got you for this game, I want to go through the list of all of our Hall of Fame inductees for today. Happy Hall of Fame induction day to our players: Joni McElligott, Sylvester Hoey, Greg Ziegler, Mike McCune, Richie Baran, Edward Juice Douglas, Mark Maloof, Robert O'Malley, Rich Hennessy. And then for the Wall of Fame, we've got John Litow, Ed Smith, Ed Waltz, Delfo Bianchini, Robert DeSherry, Ken Lorenz, and Sterling Spencer for the Field of Dreams Award. We want to give a shout out to the St. Christina Fields for the Richard J. Daly Award, James Price and Morris Schwartz. And for our teams going in, we've got the Brat Pack, Grand Theft, Highlights, Scooters, Groundsman, and Murderers Row. And then for our Lifetime Achievement Award, the National Dennis Donnelly Memorial Weekend 16-inch softball tournament. So that's going to do it for this Hall of Fame induction game. We had one long inning and a whole lot of fun. We're going to be back here shortly with you, so make sure you keep it locked. If you're watching on Twitch, you can just stay where you are. The chat's open. We'll be right back. If you're watching over on YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook, a new stream should be up in about 20-30 minutes. So keep it locked, stay tuned, and be ready, because the 2022 No Glove Nationals play-in games begin here shortly at Forest Park.